People don't know we did, but God know you did it. Or you'll show out in that little space right there. That's called a performance. But God know everything. So now you in this five of swords energy is, I done woke the fuck up from my dream and I'm still in this wilderness. That's what that five of swords is with the ace of wands. I want to leave this place, but I can't. What I just say? The five of pentacles. They want to leave the wilderness, but they can't. Why? They can't hear, they can't hear God's voice. They can't be spiritually guided, led, steps ain't ordered, none of that shit. So they in this forest going around in circles, and these days turning to weeks, these weeks turning into months. Before they know it, they in this bitch 40 years. This been your cycle. 40 years of ignoring God, and then when you get in the wilderness, you want to call on him. And he been showing up because he a merciful God. But God said no more because it's too many souls attached to your purpose. Five of Pentacles with the Five of Swords. Now you feeling isolated. Now you realizing you might not never leave this place. Y'all ancestors here now, the Three of Wands. Now you realize you may not never leave this place. Yeah, you looking, you searching for God, the Three of Wands. You looking for God. You can't find him. He ain't there. He's not there. God said you can't hear me no way. God said if I showed up right now in your wilderness, you still wouldn't hear me. He might be right there in your ear and you still can't hear him. Who am I talking to? Let's talk about this mature woman in the wilderness. Let's see what how her situation looks right now. What's the situation with the mature woman in the wilderness? I can't. Y'all, sometimes you want to come through this fucking camera. I am not lying. So the mature woman on listening, she's in the Ten of Pentacles energy in the wilderness. She in the Ten of Pentacles energy in the penthouse. She just stayed, she lived here. You couldn't look at her face, you couldn't look at her bank account, you can't look at nothing about this woman and tell me that she ain't got God in her life. Yeah, I can't make it up, the King of Pentacles. She's steadfast and stable in it. She's hearing instructions. See, I keep telling y'all the wilderness is where you get prepared. It's where you prepare. See, you where you need to be preparing, but you can't because you seeking God's face. You should have sought God's face before you got to the wilderness. See, the mature woman, the Ten of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. That's what she pulling. She's hearing the instructions from God. She might be in the wilderness 4 hours. She might just go to the first part of the woods, not where it's real thick, as she could see. She got vision and insight. She got sense enough to know, I don't care how thick that bush is, God will tell me to step left, step right, keep going. He'll guide my steps so I go through all that brush like it was a clear path opening. Who am I talking to? I'm talking to the mature woman now. We already know what the main female, what she got going on. Nothing. She's going to stay in the wilderness. God talking to her right now. She can't hear him. Tower, Scorpio energy in reverse. You know why? Because see, when it come to God, God, not me, but you. We dodge them tower moments because we know who in control. God don't have to send most of the mature woman, he don't have to send her a tower moment. He don't have to send her a tower moment. And she's always dressed in armor, this mature woman. The Seven of Swords. I keep telling you. Just because it's God blessings come with famine. And famines come, how would you know the difference? between famine and blessing. They're opposing. So that's what that Seven of Swords is. See, she got the same Seven of Swords you got. Main, female. You hearing God's voice and being obedient don't keep you from bullshit in your life. What it does is it instructs you how to get through it, and it tells you, you have a connection with him where you know what's going on before it even happened. So you're prepared. You're prepared. Some storms God don't move. Some storms he just prepare you for. Moving forward. Rise in bad health. Rise in bad health. Who got energy for? Rise in bad health. Give me one more. On rise in bad health, you got the Eight of Pentacles. God is saying when you come out of the wilderness, if you come out the wilderness, main female, and that main female, y'all know who I'm talking to, whoever that group of Scorpios it is. I'm not trying to, I ain't finna, y'all already know my motto with that, so I ain't even finna do it. The Eight of Pentacles is here because what I say, Scorpio, you got a lot of people who think, you know, they don't need God as long as they got this. I don't need God as long as I got that. See, what this is saying, somebody's health was stripped from them or it's about to be. Because you forgot God, because God blessed you. God gave you some type of craft, some type of gift, something he gave you that's making you a lot of money or has the potential to make you a lot of money. But instead, you do other shit and sit on your gifts, and then you think, you know, like, you don't need God now. As long as you got a good bank account. God said, okay, yeah. That's okay. You can think that. The Two of Cups coming out in reverse. God said, I reject that deposit. You could go in the wilderness however you want to. But if you can't hear God's voice, you're fucked. Period. The King of Cups. If you can't hear his voice, no matter how much you're crying out, no matter how emotionally balanced you are. The Nine of Pentacles coming out in the reverse, you won't be set free. Not in 4 hours, not in 4 days. It might take you 40 years. And then look, on the bottom of the deck, we pulling the Ace of Cups. Why? Because God still loves you. Don't take this as God don't love you. His love didn't stop. His love will never stop. It's you. It's how you've been dealing with him. But you want a husband to be home with you every night, love you, take care of you, protect you, do all these things for you. And God said, I told some of y'all to make an altar. I said that, about 6 months ago? I keep telling y'all, whatever my spirit guides tell me to say, I'm going to say it because it's for somebody's purpose. It's because somebody's somewhere held up and they need a solution. They need instruction. When a prophet speaks, you hear it from God. If you listening, but see, when you Scorpio. Now you know, whoever this group of people is, they showing up in the Nine of Pentacles energy in reverse. You got money. You got a house. You got all the bad cars. You a bad bitch, but now you in a hospital bed. You can't fucking move. You can't wiggle your toes. I bet you'll trade all that shit. Yeah. 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 That's what's going on. Welcome to the wilderness. You sitting here with the Magician, the Three of Wands, the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords can just be sometimes you being articulate, sometimes it's you being detailed, it's you being strategic, it's you trying to figure some shit out without letting somebody else know about it. You might be testing some shit out before you tell somebody else about it. Who am I talking to? Why is the magician here? God said you already had everything you ever needed. Everything you ever needed. He's been providing for you, taking care of you. Even in it's been a lot of close calls for you, Scorpio. It can't help but be a lot of close calls. But what are these angels doing? So on the advice, we got the Lover's card. We got the Six of Swords. God, I love you. I'm going to pull one more, but I can stop right there. The Lovers and the Six of Swords. What are the angels doing? That's the question I asked. This is what they're doing. What's on the bottom of this deck? What's this? You got the Three of Cups in reverse. You got the Six of Swords and the Lovers. You know what your angel's doing? They 10 toes down. They're not celebrating. They're not getting drunk. See, you in the wilderness, you getting drunk. See, this let me know you in the wilderness doing all the same shit that got you in the wilderness. Anybody can end up in the wilderness, but I'm talking about somebody who like expedited themselves to the wilderness. Because remember, I told y'all yesterday, expedited karma is happening. That means for everybody, if your karma good, it's going to be good. If it's bad, it's going to be bad. The people doing shit, God is sending that. I keep telling y'all this universal law, spiritual law, it work. It don't matter who you are, what side you on. It's going to do it. You ain't got to believe it. It's going to do it. When God expedite karma in your life, because he expedited it in your life so that the people that's trying to take you down and kill you, they go ahead and get what's coming to their ass quick. And you too. You've been faithful. You've been fighting against this and struggling. And God, he trying to get you back up to where they tried to take to is expedited and go both ways, guys. So what are your angels doing? They ain't doing shit. They on guard. They standing here, they instructing you. They're moving you forward out of the wilderness. You're not going to be there for 40 years. Mature woman. Three of Cups in reverse. You're not going to be there because you don't feel comfortable there. See, that's the other thing about being a mature woman and being in the wilderness. Once you heard God's voice, you're ready to go. And sometimes God let you sit with shit. He'll let you sit with it. So when you get to this next wilderness, you won't have to. Who am I talking to? Who don't believe in the power of God? Who keep doing the same shit and think they're going to get something different? Who think that they're going to keep doing what they're doing with God like you tricking him and he just going to continue to bless you? Who keep thinking they outsmarting God? You're not. You can't. He everywhere all the time. He made your end to your beginning. Scorpio, I just want to say this. If you just one of them people that, you like to manipulate or you like to play games, don't play them with God. Let God be the one person you don't play with. Play with everybody else. When it comes to God, have a relationship with him. Have a relationship with him. That's the best connection you can align in your life. That's the best one. That's really the only one. That's why he says seek the kingdom of God, everything else will be added on to you. That's what he means by that. Seek him first. And whether you in the wilderness or not, you know you okay. You still, it don't matter where I'm at with God. God can take me to the pits of hell. Like the people who say they die and come back, God can take me to the pits of hell. He can take me to the heavenly places. He can do what he wants to. So that's how I feel. I feel like I don't give a fuck where I'm at as long as I got God. I'm good. I know he making a way. I know I'm here for a reason. I know it's something I need to do for me. I don't need nobody else to do me shit. I know why I'm here, because you know why you in the wilderness. You don't know when you're going, but you know why you're there. All right, moving forward, Scorpio. Getting that 4 energy. I want 4 cards. I got 4 on each one of these. That's that energy. That 4 energy. That power. That 8 energy. You got 2 8s. What I say? Relationships coming up in the reverse. Because it's like I said, I don't give a fuck if you don't have a relationship with nobody else in your life. Stop asking God for husbands and your mama and papa and everybody to love you. Get a connection with God. That's what you need to do. First energy you pulling out is blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do in the wilderness. Imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. Yeah. Because see, when you're in the wilderness, your imagination going to definitely be activated. Your vision, your foresight, all that. You're going to be dreaming, downloads, astro traveling. Yeah, the wilderness will take you some places. Perseverance, it came out in the reverse. It's going to be times when you want to go and keep pressing and you can't, Scorpio, because you keep thinking you doing this, you operating on your own, and you're not. See what I'm saying? I can't make it a change in reverse. You think you operating on your own and you're not. It's almost like you telling God, don't be God. And so when you tell him that and then you hit the wilderness, because you ain't in the wilderness because you ain't being obedient to God. You just in the wilderness because that's life. It's how you enter the wilderness. Because when you enter the wilderness, you finna go to another level. God trying to take you somewhere else. He's trying to either take you to another dimension or another frequency. Either way it go, you got to be able to hear the instruction. Sometimes the wilderness is to get you away from everybody else. Who am I talking to? Because I just feel like I got to keep, I don't know. Who don't understand why they in the wilderness? Who don't understand the difference of having God in the wilderness and not having God? Yeah, people saying now the holy rollers, the Bible thumpers, they saying God never leave us or forsake us. I said he there, but you seeking his face and you can't find him. And I know the Bible say too, seek him while you can. Holy rollers, Bible thumpers, like stay off my page with that shit. You ain't no more closer to God than I am, and you ain't no more holier than I'll ever be. So leave me the fuck alone. And my collective. Y'all so busy worried about other people's lives, y'all can't get y'all shit together. Crosswatcher, whoever the hell be in my comments. They be in your comments. Because they know you telling the right thing. They trying to distract. All this shit is distraction. It says, you are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. He made you in his image. Of course you're good enough. Of course you're enough. That's the biggest trick of the devil. Making you think you ain't enough. It says a fiery climax approaches. Full moon in Aries. Yeah. I can't make this up. For some of y'all ain't in the wilderness, but you about to go. I'm telling you. You can't be under this. You can't be in my collective and think you're going to be able to play games with God and manipulate him. You can't. My energy won't allow you to do what my ancestors want either. You won't be able to manipulate that energy. I'm sorry. It says a new start is coming, new moon. For some of y'all, for the mature woman. It says adjustments are required, third quarter moon. That's for the mature woman. See what I'm saying? When you in the wilderness, this how God speak to you. You are good enough. This is what he's saying to the mature woman. You are good enough. She in the full moon in Virgo. Then what she entering? The full moon in Aries now. He's saying a fiery climax approaches. But see, you keep moving. I've been telling y'all that too. How long I've been saying that? Fail forward. Keep moving. Whatever you do, fail forward. Keep moving. Keep moving. Your blessing is not in you being still. It's in your movement. So some of y'all ain't want to move. So God just said, okay, since they don't want to move forward anyway, let me just sit the wilderness on their ass. Since they want to be hard-headed, don't want to be obedient, don't want to, hear God's voice until they end shit. And then it says, the last message is show the world the real you. I can't make this shit up. I got chills all down my spine. This for the mature woman coming out of the wilderness. You are good enough. A fire climax approaches. A new start is coming. Adjustments are required, and show the world the new you, the real you. So these adjustments and things that happen to the mature woman in the wilderness, she comes out Ten of Pentacles energy, King of Pentacles energy, no tower moments. The Seven of Swords is just saying she outsmarted everybody else that was in the fucking wilderness because she had God before she went in the wilderness. Because that's the key. That's how you get through the wilderness. You have God before you go in. On the bottom of the deck it says the answers you need are coming. God is saying, okay, now keep going. Don't worry about the answers. They coming. Just keep walking, Scorpio. Keep being obedient. Get one more Scorpio. I'm gonna let y'all. I love y'all. We got to go to the next level, guys. For real. We got our hearts and mind, everything our soul got to line up now. It got to line up. It's got to line up. God wants you in a whole nother frequency. I'm telling you, I just really believe like this world is gonna come to a place where people don't even talk audibly. I don't know if I'll live to see that, but I just feel like this world is gonna come to a place where it's nothing but frequencies. I feel like it's a place like that already. But I'm just saying where it's that way. And if you're not the person, I feel like too, the more I ponder on that mark of the beast, seems like that mark of the beast to me is religion. Because everybody is having an awakening, man. That's why this world is going the way it's going. That's why it's in so much chaos and turmoil. And it's like, you're going to almost have to wear that cross of being a Christian or religion type shit in order to feed your family, in order to get medicine, anything that has to do with you living. That's going to be the mark of the beast. We're coming to that too. We're coming to that wilderness, guys. That wilderness. And y'all know that's, when it get there, we there. Shit, I thought it was the COVID scare. Overall energy says, in the twinkle of an eye. I can't make this shit up. This mature woman within the twinkle of an eye, that's what it's going to seem like. When you got God with you, no matter where he take you and leave you and he's instructing you and preparing you, it seems like a twinkling of an eye to him, because his time ain't our time. You pulled let abundance flow. It says create life. It's time for you to go out and make your life purpose apparent, Scorpio. It's what's going on now is God is introducing you. This show God the real you, this is God elevating you now. You come out of this wilderness better, but you come out of this wilderness prepared for a totally different type of collective. See, I'm coming out of my wilderness with a whole nother type of collective now. I can't keep feeding y'all baby food. I can't keep waiting on y'all to come up. I got to keep going because it's people who getting it and moving forward. Moving forward. It says follow your feet. I can't make this shit up. Follow your feet. It says be where you are and take this life one step at a time. For this present moment is here and then gone in a blink of an eye. There go again, blink of an eye, blink of an eye. Your overall energy. There go that blink of an eye again. Make each step count when you're in the wilderness. See, if you go in the wilderness and make it out and you didn't have God in the wilderness that time, and you make it out, Ain't no telling what's going to happen in the next wilderness, because you might be foolish enough to think you got yourself out of that wilderness. And then we got look to your legacy. Let your gaze rest upon the legacy that you wish to leave upon the world. It is everyday moments that write the story of our lives. What will yours say? What will your story say, Scorpio? Will your story say you spent 40 years in the wilderness, 50 years, 70 years, however old you are? Will your story say that? Or will your story say every time they went in the wilderness, they had God with them? They could already hear God's voice. They didn't have to seek his face. See, when you know somebody's voice, you don't have to seek their face. And I don't know how many people say they see the face of God, but I don't think it's many. I think that's an analogy of seeking something you'll never find. His face. You need to be seeking his voice. See, that's another reason why some of y'all in the wilderness. God trying to show y'all the difference between seeking his face and hearing his voice. It's a big difference, guys. It's a big difference. Okay? All right, Scorpio, if you guys are still with me, like, subscribe, join, let those ads play for at least a minute so your girl can get all the credit from YouTube. I love you guys. Guys, I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video.